devs listened, or did they? The dust has kind of settled since the anniversary live stream, guys, and we have seen a whole range of emotions and viewpoints coming from people, from really not caring to being happy with the update and the anniversary rewards, to some people being actually angry about the situation. I kind of sit in the camp of they're kind of lackluster, but I'm not really overly fussed, right? I play games to enjoy games. Rewards are not a massive part of it. Let's not pretend we are in the casino, in the gacha space, and these companies are trying to extract as much money from us. So, you know, it's nice to want a little bit back sometimes. So I'm in the camp. Rewards are a little bit lackluster, but as patches go, more than fine. I'm looking forward to it. But we've had some news from Kuro, from Wuthering Waves themselves, in regards to the reaction in or from the 2.3 anniversary live stream, guys. So we're going to talk about that. We're also going to maybe speak on, is this far enough? How could it have be better? What could they do now going forward? Or what could they have just done initially to potentially have just not caused this this, I guess, dumpster fire that's happening at the moment? Because people are not happy, as I said, and I'd love to know, what camp are you in? Do you think that the patch was fine? Do you not care? Or do you think it was pretty bad and you're kind of frustrated? So I'd like to know your viewpoint on that. But anyway, let's have a look at this post from Wuthering Waves regarding the version 2.3 preview special broadcast to our D-Rovers. After the Wuthering Waves version 2.3 preview special broadcast, we received plenty of suggestions, thoughts, and criticisms from you. We've been paying close attention to all feedback and would like to take this opportunity to address your concerns and sincerely apologise for the disappointment. Okay, one thing you can say about Kuro, they're good at this, right? They are good at this, and actually, even if it's not sincere, they're very good at making it look sincere. And I'll take this as it seems kind of sincere anyway. So, a roadmap for the recent versions of Wuthering Waves were allocated development resources to an anniversary experience in version 2.3 that is both relaxing and entertaining. It's an unusual choice of words there. However, this allocation did not meet our rovers' expectations for an anniversary celebration. At the same time, we fell short in how the broadcast was structured, scripted, and presented, leading to a poor viewer experience. We at the dev team have identified and acknowledged certain shortcomings in our content management, preparation, and delivery. Now, in regards to how enjoyable of an experience these streams are, I think they're perfectly fine. I kind of like their cringy enthusiasm as well. I don't mind that. I think this particular stream itself was kind of not badly structured, but we were kind of edged throughout the stream, weren't we? As if, but wait, there's more. And you know, the present box, it was like, oh, what's in there? Are we getting a little gift? And in the end, I guess the gift really was the gift of all the friends we made along the way, right? No, but I'd suppose probably the Cyberpunk collaboration, but that's not coming till next year. But yeah, it was as the stream went on, I thought, damn, I think we might be getting a free 5-star character here. Even though I wasn't necessarily expecting that, I thought potentially we might get like a standard 5-star character or some kind of selector or something like that. But alas, that was not the case. What happened has shown us even more clearly that Wuthering Waves' accomplishments over the past year would not have been possible without our rovers. True. Especially rovers who've been with us on this journey from the very start. True. We want you to know that we are planning future versions with you in mind. So please stay tuned for more updates. Again, we deeply apologise for failing to meet the expectations of our long-time rovers. So I don't know if that quite means that we're going to see a fix, or this just means that potentially the things that people want are going to maybe be seen in future updates, where they're going to be like, hey guys, I don't know, 2.4, 2.5, sorry, here's some free stuff. I don't know what that means, or they're actually going to change some things with the anniversary, because they did put that post in Discord where they were like, we hear your concerns, you know, let's have a look, give us some feedback, and we'll go from there. This could be the result of that, I guess. We also recognise that there is still much room for improvement in how we operate and support the game long term. We're committed to growing and refining every aspect of Wuthering Waves. To express our gratitude and sincerest apologies, we'll be launching a login event this week where the following content will be available to unlock and claim. The opening time will be given in a later official announcement. And this is a login event that the contents are 10 Radiant Tides, 10 Forging Tides, and 10 Lustrous Tides. Thank you once again for your support and belief in Wuthering Waves dev team. So, Yeah, you know what? This is good. More pulls are always good, right? I think this is a devs listened moment, but now the position we're in, is it exactly what's needed? Now, of course, 10 Radiant Tides and 10 Forging Tides, awesome. 10 Lustrous Tides, nobody cares really, right? This is like, basically we're getting 20 pulls here really, because who cares about Lustrous Tides, if I'm honest? I think they'd have probably been better off just going 15 Radiance and 15 Forging and just get rid of the Lustrous Tides altogether. I don't know. That's just me, because I don't really care about the Lustrous Tides. But I suppose if you want to go on the standard weapon banner, 10 more pulls to that, which is good. This is good. I think if the streamer had just had this at the end, or at some point they were like, hey, as well, guys, we're doing an anniversary login event, you can get yourself 30 pulls or 20 decent pulls, I think probably there wouldn't be so much frustration as what there is now. But obviously, the numbers that are going around, I don't know how true they are. It looks like we're not really getting much more pulls than normal. If anything, the same, because I think the pulls that we've got on top are from the previous patch, which was shorter. Don't quote me on that, though. I don't know. You know, if that's the case, that kind of sucks, and the rewards are kind of a little bit lackluster. Now, let's not pretend. I think if we'd have just had a selector, right, one of these with a guarantee, you select one of those, you pull on the banner, you guaranteed the character, and then maybe like a reduced pity on the weapon banner. I think that'd have been more than enough, or maybe just some sort of login event where, you know, each day you logged in, at the end of it, there was like a standard 5-star selector or something like that. Expecting Zani or Cheer Kona for free, I think, was just insane, wild expectations. Why on earth they would give out one of the most anticipated characters in the entirety of the game would be absolutely ridiculous. And the people who were expecting that because they saw it in some leak, Discord somewhere or on Reddit, more fool you. You know, I don't really feel bad for the people who were like, damn, man, I'm not getting Zani for free. It's like, come on, bro, are you stupid? That would have just been ridiculous from Kuro. But I think having the expectations of maybe getting a free 5-star, I don't think it's insane, personally. There's plenty of games that do that sort of stuff on anniversaries, and I don't think it's mental to maybe think, oh, yeah, man, it kind of sucks that we didn't get a free 5-star. But as I said, for me personally, if they'd have just made it so that selector banner was a guarantee and the 50-50 was gone, I think that would appease most people, and potentially maybe just have a decreased pity count, or maybe make the weapon so you get 40 pulls on the weapon and you've got it. I think that would have really, I would have been very happy with that personally, if I'm honest. And I probably would have even ended up spending more on the game, because it's like, wow, I can get stuff a lot easier, even though probably only Brant out of the entire characters I would bother to pull for, because I've got everybody else. And I do want to get Yinlin's weapon as well. But yeah, so I think that would have solved a lot of problems. I think there might be a part of the community now where that if this was in the game initially and we had what we've got now, I think people would have been fine. Oh, sweet, man, there's a new login event. I can get myself 30 pulls. I think they would have been happy. But I think there'll be people now who would have been satiated with that, might not find this enough. I'm happy with extra pulls. I'm not going to lie. But I think I am in the camp where I was like, it would have been nice if those anniversary banners were guaranteed. I really do. I think that would have been a really good middle ground for me personally. And I'm not going to lie, I'm in the camp that out of all of these freebies, I would have really liked just some really fun anniversary, silly little modes, which, don't get me wrong, the patch itself is more than fine. Or it would that's all I kind of want to see in my games, if I'm honest. I'm not really here for characters, rewards all the time. The enjoyment of playing a game is the enjoyment for me. Now, it's always nice to get freebies. Of course it is, right? Especially when we're in the casino, it's nice to get freebies. But yeah, I think this is good. You know, obviously, it's Kuro reading the room, which it's good to see. It's annoyed a lot of players, I think. As I said, I'd like to know, where are you on this, guys? Have you really annoyed? Are you just kind of like a little bit like, that sucks, or do you just not care? And as well, I will say, if you're in the category of you were greedy for expecting more, you're not allowed to log in and get these free pulls, guys, by the way. Just say, no, joking. Yeah, but like, you know what I mean? This is good. You know, 20 extra pulls is great. I don't know why the Lustrous Tides are in there, if I'm honest. But I'd be curious to see where they go from here. Do they tweak the banners? Because I think that's the crux of most people's problems. They don't necessarily feel like anniversary banners. They feel like they're kind of focused towards new players, which is kind of weird that they're called anniversary banners if that's the case. But I have no issue with them trying to court new players and bring back returning players as well, because that makes sense. That's business 101, right? With it launching on Steam, it makes sense to have all this sort of stuff in the game. But as somebody who's been here from day one, I'm not gonna lie. I think I would have been really happy if I could just have selected a guarantee on one of those two banners, and the other one be 50-50, whatever. So I could have selected Brand, gone for Brand, got Brand's weapon, had a reduced pity, and maybe tried to get Yinlin's weapon as well, and then pull for the new characters also. I'd have been smiling ear to ear with that. But alas, that's not the case. But hey, some extra pulls is always nice. I'd like to know what your guys' thoughts are on this. Did Kuro really screw the pooch on this one? Is this enough of a offer for you, or do you expect more? I'd like to know. Because I think there will be a lot of people now that if this was the case initially, even with the banners the way they are, they would have been like, yeah, whatever, that's all right. Extra pulls, all good. Or do you expect like a guarantee on the banners, or maybe even just a free 5-star? I'd love to know. I kind of want to know what people are thinking. But yeah, I just thought I'd update you guys with this. We spoke about this in the stream earlier, actually, but I just kind of wanted to make a video specifically talking about it. So yeah, it's what's this here? There's a follow-up. It has come to our attention that certain unauthorized screenshots of in-game event page have been circulated in the community. We have confirmed through internal review that these are illegal leaked screenshots of the WIP assets from the early development stage of version 2.3 for the Gilded Night Market event. Please note that the relevant compensations mentioned in our previous announcement will be issued via a dedicated login event, which is currently under development and scheduled to be launched within this week. Rewards will be claimable via login. The start time will be shared later in a separate announcement. Okay, all right. I guess, again, maybe stop using leaks for your, especially when it comes to reward-based stuff, planning ahead. It's okay, I get it. I'm not one of those people that's really against people looking at leaks, because I get it, people want to know what's coming and all that sort of stuff. But I think when it comes to this kind of stuff, I think if you're building up an expectation off leaks, you're kind of shooting yourself in the foot. But yeah, interesting. Okay, we're getting more pulls. Good to see. I'd love to know what your guys' thoughts are in this. I think this is good. Personally, as I said, anniversaries, not like, I don't get too hyped about it anyway, but it would have been nice if they'd have handled things a little bit better. I think they did screw the pooch a little bit, didn't they? But I'd love to know what your guys' thoughts are in the comment section, and what do you think? And let's talk about 2.3 as well going forward, because it's a problem, isn't it? It's just a shame, because Wuthering Waves has been in a really good state at the moment. The patch itself looks fucking great, man. It's just a shame that this has all happened. A shout out to Maggie as well for self-sacrificing herself to try and take some of the heat off the devs. Don't think it worked, but it was a good try. But anyway, guys, let me know what you think in the comment section. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, all that good stuff, and I'll see you later. Ta-ra.